In his Element, Walras said, "The buyer of a thing is the seller of that which gives in exchange," or "The seller of a thing is the buyer of that which he takes in exchange." And he used an equation to simplify this statement. The buyer of A is the seller of B, which he gives in exchange. The seller of B is the buyer of A, which he takes in exchange. For example, if John buys 10 apples, each costing $2, he must sell 20 beef, each costing $1. And this equation must hold, irrespective of any price. Define PA as the relative price of A in terms of B. In the above example, the relative price of A is 2 beef per apple. Then, Walras' first equation can be transformed into the second one. To verify Walras' theory, I insert some numbers into an Excel worksheet for price ranging from 0 to 7. Then I calculate the demand for A according to 7 minus PA. For example, when PA is 0.2, DA is 6.8. Relative price of B is simply the inverse of PA. So the inverse of 0.2 is 5, for example. Supply of B is calculated according to Walras' second equation. So 0.2 times 6.8 is 1.36, for example. Then I plot DA against PA and obtain a negative curve, which looks like a demand 1. However, when I plot OB against PB, I obtain this curve, which does not look like a supply 1. This is Walras' puzzle. He failed to prove his own law, to derive the supply curve from a demand curve. Without a proper supply curve, there can never be any proper economic theory.